Today we're doing some additional lessening of our restrictions, and I want to go through those with you and everything. And today we're going to move our restaurants and our bars to 100% of their seating capacity that they can use, provided we maintain social distancing. I encourage everyone there to just use good sense and absolutely, try at all times that you can to keep your mask on unless you're eating or drinking, and keep that social distancing. We'll have no standing room for people to congregate like in the bars and everything. This is 100% of their seating capacity. From the standpoint of our small businesses and retail stores, we're lifting the capacity limitation there. We do not see in our small businesses and retail stores a crowding or an issue there that causes us a problem right now. We absolutely expect you to continue to wear your mask and everything. We are not backing off of our mask mandate at this time. I truly believe, I can't stand these masks myself. I get that and everything. None of us can. But at the same time, let's don't get in a situation to where one robin makes spring, because one robin doesn't make spring. We're absolutely better. But when you turn around early in the spring, maybe even before now, and all of a sudden, a robin or two flies in and you think, oh gosh, winter's gone. Before you know it, you awaken to the god-awful storm in the world. We don't want to awaken to that, And so with that being said, let's just subscribe to the one robin doesn't make spring theory, and we'll get to spring. And absolutely it'll come sooner than later. Let's just don't get too anxious to lift everything away and then get some level of whiplash that really hurts us. As far as other venues, I'm also increasing the capacity limit for other businesses that still have capacity restrictions, like gyms, fitness centers, museums. They can go to 100% as well. Only again if the social distancing is done and done properly. As far as the gathering limit, we went from 50 to 75. Now I'm moving that to 100. And as far as our little fellows and girls that are playing travel sports and everything, I am also lessening the restrictions on all youth sports or youth travel sports unless you are in a red county. We have no red counties now. Youth travel sports may take place and everything in all counties unless you are in a red county. As far as our fairs and festivals, it's nearly spring. And in the spring and the summer, we'll be thinking about this. And I know that our fairs and festivals are hurting. We doubled up on the monies that we sent to our fairs and festivals last year. I was proud to be able to do that. And we're looking forward to being able to enable these events and these fairs and festivals to take place. So I hope you continue to plan for that to become a reality. And as we get closer, we'll clarify, the different guidelines and everything. But I'm very, very hopeful that our fairs and festivals will go on like they have in the past, and not just last year, but the past years before that. Our guidelines are all up. They're relatively the same, except for the changes that we've made today. And our mandatory indoor face covering requirement is still in effect. And I've announced the lessening of a whole bunch of stuff and everything, but nevertheless, we do continue to expect you to wear these masks. Again, I'm not a fan of the mask, but at the same time, we know they've saved a lot of lives. And we know we're early in the game. I tell this story all the time, but just think of it this way, West Virginians. You're walking through the woods, and you look 15 feet in front of you, and there's a rattlesnake all coiled up. What are you supposed to do? what are you really supposed to do? If you jump to the left or jump to the right, or because you're not going to jump forward because you see the snake that's all coiled up in front of you, or if you jump backward, really and truly what you may do, you may jump on his buddy, because a lot of times rattlesnakes travel in twos. So really what you should do, if you had really good sense, is stand still, because the rattlesnake 15 feet away can't hurt you. And then look to the left and look to the right and look behind you and decide which is the safest way for you to go, and then go. That's all I'm saying. For right now, we're removing restrictions, and we're slowly deciding which way to go. Which way to go that we won't jump on a buddy of that rattlesnake and really have a problem. That's what we're doing. And we're getting there, and we're getting there quickly. So just hang with me there, West Virginia, and we're going to get there. You have some folks, and there's, and I completely respect this. I get it and everything, but some folks believe that wearing this mask, is, that they shouldn't do it and everything, and, from a freedom standpoint or whatever it may be. And I only ask you to just consider, if you've seen how hard our National Guard has worked, how tirelessly they've worked, and through all that, I would ask you, have you not seen how the ICU nurse would go to work every day, hold the hands of 2,318 West Virginians that died, and saw them take their last breath? Just think as we go forward. Just be really considerate of all, and we'll get there. I am extremely respectful of all of our freedoms, but this has been one tough go of it, has it not?